Hi, we're Briggs and Jen Schuett, and we have 4 children.
Isabel is 16, Emerson is 7, Mercy is 5, and Ransom is 20 months.
Well, we were members of North Olmsted Friends Church since 2009, but in 2015, the church, under our great leadership, decided to forego their church picnic and come to this neighborhood and spend all that time and resources on this neighborhood. So that began our activity in the neighborhood, where we volunteered for one long weekend, and then we continued coming for about 2 years. Slavic Village on Cleveland's Near East Side has a rich tradition of Polish and Czech and other ethnicities. And what had happened was many of the people who were the mainstay of the neighborhood grew older, their children moved away, and then in 2008 with the mortgage crisis, this neighborhood was absolutely devastated. And people found that their beloved neighborhood was now just kind of really decaying around them. And this is what we moved into.
And so we just really felt that God was telling us that not only to go deeper into loving our neighbors as ourselves, but to live, work, worship, and serve all in the same community. And for us, what does that look like? Well, living here, of course, was to rehab this abandoned home and to live here. To work here is Briggs transferred his postal mail route to our street and the surrounding streets of us here. To serve here, of course, is meeting the needs of the neighbors that we find either on Briggs's mail route or just in living here. And then to worship here is what's leading us now to start and plant a home church here in Slavic Village.
There are a number of people in the neighborhood who will not step into a standard church. It's not always the church's fault, but they feel like the church has let them down, or maybe they have let the church down. And so they feel like they're not welcome anymore, they don't belong, or maybe the church doesn't want to have their struggles on their doorstep. So when you open your home, quickly it becomes evident that this is just a family type atmosphere. And if you feel like family, then you can just spill out those struggles and let God's ministry begin.
Something that struck me on a personal level is just that, when you think about a struggling neighborhood, you might think, blankets or socks or a meal, and those things are very good and well needed. But, churches and other organizations offer, people get that quite regularly. But when you open your house and you invite them to sit around your dinner table with your family and just want to hear about their day, or to just have them here on Thanksgiving or Christmas, it sends a whole different kind of understanding for them to be willing to share. And again, it's that sense of going deeper.
In the 3 years we've been here, we have never felt alone. We've received letters and cards and visits, food dropped on our doorstep. People have come to the fellowship on Friday night to visit, to encourage us. We've really been surrounded by people's love, and that's really why we think that we're an extension of North Olmsted Friends Church down here.
It's through their partnership too, mentioning not just feeling alone, but it's HOTS, or Healing on the Streets ministry, that's here every Saturday with us, right here in the neighborhood, offering prayer to whoever walks by. And so that is an encouragement to us, but it's nice to partner with people in ministry down here. And just the people that are a part of that, again, coming down here to serve alongside us.
If we are going to be fearful, then the ministry's over, because God will not allow us to suffer beyond anything that we can, handle. So we just do not allow fear. Anytime something happens, we look at each other and we say, we are not going to be afraid, because there's no reason to be afraid. So if a person is thinking, what can I do in ministry? What can I do with my life? If you open yourself up and ask God, He will show you ways to use your life to promote His kingdom.
Even in
and
the
the fear
smallest-
goes away. Once you start saying yes to what God wants, the fear goes away.
Even in the smallest ways.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
In some ways, ministry is easier down here because it's really obvious. And we know that we met many people in the suburbs when we were trying to reach out to them. And they said to them, I have no need. I don't need God.
Hmm.
So they really don't know what their needs are. So how to pray for inner city ministry? We want to know how to pray for you.